Can you imagine sailing in open waters only to discover that a colossal creature, larger than any ship, emerges from the depths of the ocean? In this video, I will reveal what would happen if the Kraken, that legendary beast, actually existed. Get ready to be breathless, because what I'm about to tell you will change your perception of the sea forever. The Kraken, a mythical creature described in countless sailor stories, has been portrayed as a colossal sea monster capable of destroying entire ships with its tentacles. According to legend, this being dwelled in the deep waters of the North Atlantic, lurking to prey on unfortunate crews that dared to cross its territory. While we have considered the Kraken to be merely a legend, what if I told you that there might be a grain of truth behind this myth? This may sound incredibly strange, but recent studies have revealed that sea creatures of unimaginable sizes could have existed. And now, I will explain why this is crucial. To understand how the existence of the Kraken could be possible, we first need to examine its closest relatives, giant squids. These creatures, which truly exist, have been seen at depths of up to 900 meters in the ocean. Did you know that the giant squid can grow up to 18 meters in length? If that seems surprising to you, imagine an even larger version, with tentacles strong enough to destroy a ship. But why haven't we found fossils of these giants? The answer is simple. Cephalopods, like squids and octopuses, don't have bones, which means they do not leave fossil remains. This is a key reason why we haven't found physical evidence of a real Kraken. No one knew what inhabited the depths of that dark ocean trench. In a recent expedition, a team of marine biologists descended over 1,000 meters beneath the ocean's surface in search of new species. What they found left them speechless. A creature so immense that it nearly destroyed their submersible. If the Kraken were real, it would drastically change the way we understand the ocean. For instance, a creature of this size would need to consume enormous amounts of food to survive, which would mean that an entire ecosystem would be under its control. Fish would rise to the surface in alarming numbers, just before the Kraken attacked, just as in the stories of ancient sailors. Imagine being in the middle of the ocean and seeing the sea appear to boil with fish leaping out of the water. This could be your first and last warning that the Kraken is near. If the Kraken were real, and the size described in the legends, confronting it would be impossible with current technology. Picture this. You're on a fishing boat in the Atlantic, and suddenly a dark shadow begins to grow beneath you. Then, the water around you churns violently. The Kraken's tentacles emerge and surround the vessel, crushing it with immeasurable force. This sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, but let me show you why, scientifically, it might not be that far from reality. The biology of marine creatures like giant squids has already demonstrated to us that the ocean still holds secrets. The giant squid, for example, has beaks strong enough to pierce the skin of a whale. If the Kraken existed, its tentacles would have the strength to sink even the largest ships. According to recent studies, some marine creatures develop extraordinary abilities to adapt to the extreme conditions of the depths, which could explain how a creature like the Kraken could survive in our modern world. Would you like to know what strategies the Kraken would use to hunt? I promise you, what I'm about to tell you will leave you astonished. The Kraken, according to legends, lurked in the depths, waiting for ships to come too close. If it existed, its hunting capabilities would be formidable. Thanks to its enormous size and strength, it could move quickly through the water, and its tentacles could extend for hundreds of meters. This creature could wrap around a ship and pull it down to the depths of the ocean in a matter of minutes. But it wouldn't just attack ships. A modern Kraken would also pose a threat to other marine giants, such as whales and sharks. In the past, markings from tentacles have been found on the bodies of sperm whales, suggesting epic battles between these creatures. If the Kraken were real, these confrontations would still occur. And you might be wondering, how could something so large remain hidden for so long? The answer is simpler than you think. The ocean is vast and largely unexplored. More than 80% of the deep sea remains a mystery to humans. It is possible that creatures like the Kraken inhabit abyssal zones, places we have yet to reach with our exploration technologies. Most of the creatures that inhabit these depths have not been discovered yet due to the extreme pressure and temperature conditions that exist there.
I remember when I first heard about the case of the fishing boat that mysteriously disappeared off the coast of Norway. The rescue team found no trace of the crew, except for enormous tentacle marks on the wreckage of the boat. Something unimaginable had happened at the bottom of the sea.
Since ancient times, the Kraken has been part of the folklore of various cultures, especially in the Scandinavian region. The Vikings, for instance, feared this creature and believed its attacks were responsible for the disappearance of entire ships. But what if I told you that some of these disappearances could have been real? It's not far-fetched to think that if the Kraken existed, it might have been responsible for some of the greatest mysteries of navigation. This is exactly what I want you to think about. How many disappearances at sea could be explained if this creature were real? If the Kraken were discovered today, it would have a devastating impact on the fishing industry and maritime transport. Millions of tons of products travel across the ocean each year, and if ships were in constant danger of being destroyed by this creature, global trade would collapse. Insurers would have to raise premiums for shipping companies, product prices would skyrocket, and areas near where the Kraken was discovered would be completely closed to navigation. And the most terrifying thing is that we're not just talking about one creature. If there's one Kraken, how many more could be out there waiting? So, what would we do if the Kraken were real? How could we defend ourselves against it? The only possible solution would be to develop advanced technology to monitor the depths of the ocean, as well as defense devices in case the Kraken attacks. Armed ships with advanced sonar and specific weapons to combat underwater creatures would be our only defense. And I know what some of you are thinking. This is impossible. But let me tell you that history has shown us that many times what we believe to be impossible becomes reality. With current advancements in artificial intelligence and underwater robotics, we could create marine drones that constantly patrol high-risk areas. These drones would be capable of detecting the Kraken before it attacked, and, in theory, could deter it with high-frequency sound waves that would confuse it or keep it away from the ships. And this is what could change the way we see the ocean forever. What I discovered will surprise you. If we were able to capture the Kraken, the impact on marine biology would be enormous. Scientists would have the opportunity to study up close a creature that defies all logic and biological understanding. We could learn about its resilience in the deep sea, how it can survive extreme pressures, and how it has managed to remain hidden for so long. The discovery of the Kraken would change our perception of what we know about life on Earth. Have you ever wondered what we would discover if we could capture a mythical creature? The Kraken could be the key to understanding the secrets of the deep ocean. One of the most fascinating theories is that the Kraken may have developed sensory abilities that allow it to detect its prey from kilometers away. Using a system similar to the biological radar of bats, the Kraken might be able to see in complete darkness, locating objects and creatures in the vast ocean. And this is the part that will blow your mind. Scientists believe that if we could understand how its biology works, we could replicate its hunting system to enhance our underwater technologies. Capturing the Kraken wouldn't be an easy task. A specialized team would be necessary, designed to withstand extreme depths and possible assaults from the creature. Ships equipped with heavy-duty cranes, unmanned submarines, and advanced sonar monitoring systems would only be the beginning. Additionally, the Kraken might be much smarter than we think. Some species of squid have already demonstrated complex behaviors, such as changing color and communicating with one another. If the Kraken were real, its intelligence could rival that of dolphins, meaning that any attempt to capture it would have to overcome not only its physical strength, but also its cunning. Imagine a being capable of anticipating your movements and striking with lethal precision from the shadows of the ocean. Would it be possible to contain it, or would we be facing an unstoppable predator? We have explored less than 10% of the oceans, which means that creatures like the Kraken and other ancient monsters could be out there, sleeping, waiting for the right moment to emerge from the depths and devour you if you don't subscribe to this channel. Turn on notifications, because only here will we reveal what you might face if the Kraken really wakes up, before it's too late.